right, just like Rich Swan says, welcome back to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube, the Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. To my left, your right, Alisha is joining me tonight for this Fallout from Under Siege. Wow. Just the age is setting in, folks. The age is setting in. Fallout from Under Siege, and we are on the road to Slammiversary. How you doing tonight, Alisha?
I'm doing pretty good. Tonight was a pretty festive show.
It was good. It was good. It certainly made you feel like something big is coming down the road. You know?
Yeah.
Certainly setting up stuff. We have some matches set for the show already, as far as you could say, like, news wise, and the kiddies are in the house. We see let's see here, we're adding a few overlays here to show off. So what we've got already announced from, and we'll talk a little bit about this as we go through the review, but as far as news for the card here, we'll throw up a couple of pictures here. We have the Queen of the Mountain, first time ever announced from Gail Kim tonight. Tasha Steelz is going to defend her Knockouts world title against Jordan Grace, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo, and newly to come back to Impact Wrestling, Mia Yim. Man, oh man.
Iconic.
It is. It is. It's so great that they're letting the Knockouts do something. Like, it just, when you didn't think there was like anything else for them to do, that would be like, you know,
agreed.
You know, just phenomenal news. History making. There's the words I'm looking for. Jiminy Christmas. It's gonna be a rough night. History making for the women. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great, and you know, no predictions yet. It's not fair. But the build is going to be certainly fun, I think. I saw some stuff in the chat earlier because we saw some other knockouts get involved in that brawl afterwards. We saw Taya get involved in it. It's someone in the chat said, "Why not Taya?" Well, you know,
because Taya has a championship.
She does. And I'm really glad that she's sticking around, because that was one of those things that I didn't want to assume that she was back, you know? I thought maybe she'd stick around for a taping or two to get her title, her Reina de Reinas title, and then defend it and then take off. But she's here. So,
yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool, right?
Agreed.
So who knows what she's gonna go down the road, or what she's gonna, you know, who she's gonna face, I should say. We also have a main event. I should mention this before we do the main event. We have the Ultimate X. I won't put up the visual because there's only a couple people chosen. Ace Austin, when he gets back, he's in Tokyo right now. Good luck to him in the the G1, whatever it is. I forget what it's called. Best of Juniors.
I don't know. Someone
in the chat will remind me what he's doing over there. So it's a lot of juniors slapping beat. So I don't know. Good luck to Ace Austin over there in New Japan. I know he's going to kill it. Win or lose, it's an awesome opportunity. It's the first time he's going over there. But he is going to be facing the King, Kenny King of Honor No More, representing in this Ultimate X against Ace Austin. Very excited about that. And in the main event that was decided in the Gauntlet for the gold. Wow, my notes are even horrible. I wrote down Gauntlet for the ring. That's it. I'm just going to bed. I am just going to go to bed. We've got the Impact World title match all set. We've got Josh Alexander versus Eric Young. What do you think about this match, Alisha?
I think that's going to be a really good one and a long time coming for Eric Young.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Well, and for both these guys to headline, but yeah, it's a great representation of who's in the roster now, and also to look at who was in there 20 years ago. Like look at all these throwbacks that we do with me and Trent and the rest of the crew. And he's one of the guys, representing, well, back then Team Canada, but
yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Right. Yeah. It's just, it's great to see. It's a great pick. Any of those classics that were in there early in the match, like Sabin or Shelley, EY was in there for a decent amount of time from what I remember. No, he was over halfway through. But anyways, still great to see him win this. He and Josh Alexander are going to just burn down the house, man. They're just going to burn down the house. It's going to be great.
Super excited for it.
And speaking of super, thank you for the super sticker, Anna. Appreciate that. Much love. And how's everyone doing tonight? What does everyone in the chat feel about the main event and the other matches already announced for Slammiversary? It's already coming together. Okay. So, yes, that is also something that was announced. We could announce. I don't have the visuals here. Critical Sting said something interesting in the chat during the live reaction. He said something about he thinks that they possibly gave it away, but didn't want to say anything more than that. Well, if you look at, do I have the visual here? Actually, I do. Okay, so I'm going to just throw this up there, and because they advertised this match that was happening at the tapings in the Kissimmee, Florida tapings.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday, May 14th, you got the Briscoes and Josh Alexander versus all the members of VBD. If you look at that, and you don't want to overthink it, you'll just look at it like, oh wow, that's a great match, a great 3-on-3. But now, hindsight being 2020, you look at the main event, it's like, yeah. What do you think?
I don't know.
It could have been anyone, right? It could have been, any one of those 20 men. Some of those guys came in, all guns blazing, and it was, it was hard to pick, but as the numbers go down, it's fairly easy to see who's gonna end up in it in the end. All right. Anything else you want to discuss before we jump into the review?
No, I'm not privy to anything currently, so.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking earlier today. I didn't really see anything other than the announcement for the matches in Kissimmee, which
right.
Which there were some others, but hey, if you're in the neck of the woods, or even if you're not in the neck of the woods and you want to travel there, like Bill's been down there all damn week.
Yeah.
He might
Wild
join
man.
us. He is our crazy man on the road. He may join us later. We'll see. Oh yeah, one other thing I did want to talk about. I'm on someone in TJB. The Kaz returned. Yes, Kaz is returning at the tapings. It's going to be Kazarian versus Sabin. How about that for a classic?
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
I can't wait. Are you waving to someone?
Yeah, people are saying hi in the chat.
Oh,
I'm assuming they have visual.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm crazy.
They do.
I'm waving at nothing.
It's sometimes I read the chat, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just in my own little world. All right. So yeah, can't wait for that. Looks like they've got some
20 years of impact, BB.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I got a feeling they got some more special stuff lined up. I'm holding them to that, you know.
That'd be cool.
I think tonight was just the tip of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Shark Boy showing up. That was fun. You know, but we'll get into more of that later. All right.
Yeah.
We kick off the night here with a qualifier for the Slammiversary Ultimate X match. We got Kenny King, straight out of Honor No More, versus Chris Bay, straight out of the Bullet Club. So it's like that feud is still kind of there, you know?
Yeah.
Thoughts on this? Yeah, and I'm okay with that. You know, you get a big rivalry of two big stables going at it for a while. That's fine. I'm good with that. As long as they keep it interesting. You got enough people there to keep it fresh, you know. What do you think of this X Division match?
I thought it was a good match. These two guys flowed really well together. Very entertaining.
And from what I gather, and I think this has been mentioned before, when these two have met in the ring and other, like, I think they met in the ring against each other during Under Siege. I think it was mentioned then that Kenny King actually trained Chris Bay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Teacher versus former student. That's a great story to tell. You know?
I agree.
And we've seen that before in other rivalries, but that's it's one that you don't see a lot.
Right.
It's
for good reason. That's a special one you don't really want to overdo too much, you know?
Right. Yeah. And it's one you just don't come across very much, depending on, you know, who's where and who's, you know.
Right.
Also, yeah, TJB. Also in the Slammiversary promo, Josh Alexander finds the TNA box underneath that black cloak. Have you seen this promo?
Wait, what's that?
There's a promo that got released today where Josh Alexander is walking around what looks to be like the backstage area of the Tennessee State Fairgrounds.
Okay.
And he walks down this hallway that has some like lights, and he finds a box covered in a black cloak. He removes the black cloak, and it's like a wooden crate that has the TNA symbols all over it.
Oh boy.
And so everyone's, you know, doing the classic, oh, what's in the box? You know,
what's in the box?
What's in the
box?
It's going to be Eric Young's head. No, I don't know. Sorry, bad joke. But so yeah, it's if you have the time to look that promo up,
I'll try. Yeah, for sure.
On social media, it's fun. You know, there's some ominous music in the background.
And everyone was so worried that they weren't gonna do anything for the 20-year.
Right. You're gonna have stuff pop. No Critical Sting. It's not Claire Lynch's baby doll. Are you familiar with this storyline?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Oh boy. And if you folks aren't familiar with the Claire Lynch baby story that happened in Impact Wrestling so many years ago.
Wait, no.
It was one of the Probably one of the worst storylines ever. But it's gotten a lot of flack over the years. But I think it's it's been so many years now where I think Impact fans can chuckle at it a little bit. But yeah, it was crazy. But anyways, so Kenny King. Wow, we went off the deep end there. Kenny King versus Chris Bay. Kenny King wins this one. Fun match. And Kenny King is the first
entrant.
Yeah, first to qualify for the Ultimate X. Yes.
Ooh.
Who is next? I know we're going to have a match next week. I believe it's Laredo Kid versus Speedball. So either one of those guys, I'll take it. So we'll find out next week. Knockouts tag title matches. Tag titles on the line here, excuse me. The Influence defending against Gisele Shaw and her new partner, Alisha
Edwards.
Yeah. She was eager to get in the ring, just knocking on the door and saying, "Come on, we gotta go. We got a match." And Gisele Shaw is just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
If that wasn't like foreshadowing that this wasn't going to pan out well.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Lish, but if she's on your tag team, you're probably not gonna win.
I'll say this. I know I've been critical of her over the years, but she absolutely has improved.
I'm not saying anything about that. It's just for some reason that's how Impact books her, and it's a shame.
Yeah.
Lish is a fan favorite, and so of course we want to see her win, and we never do, and that's not cool.
And it seems like the only time she does is when she's tied in with something with Eddie. But obviously that's not going to happen right now.
Right.
Because
they're not on speaking terms, I guess.
I don't and honestly, I don't want to drag this out too much, but I honestly think that if she had joined Eddie Edwards in Honor No More in some fashion to be another valet besides
Maria,
I think that would have been cool. I would have loved to
fine.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that still will happen, but whatever. I think it's a story that's got to get finished because it just kind of was like left out there for people just to decide for themselves. I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, Influence win this one. Any thoughts on this tag match?
It was fun. Had all its unique spots. Kind of predictable ending, but overall, fun women's tag match.
It was, and it's I'd have to go back and see exactly like what happened between the two, but it just also showed how good Madison, Rayne, and Tenille Dashwood are together.
Well, it's you got a team that's been teaming for about 6 months, something like that, against a team that got hodgepodge thrown together at the last pay-per-view. So, what are you working with there?
Right, and it's not going to come together. So, yeah. Exactly. The chemistry is not there. So
no.
The proof is in the pudding right there. So the Influence retain, and we'll see what happens with Gisele and Alisha next. We get a VBD promo, and they're going to get their rematch against the Briscoes next week. And we see EY is also going to be entered in the Gauntlet for the Gold match. So, little prediction there about his future. We didn't know. Next, we got Gail Kim in the ring, cutting a promo. announcing the first, we talked about this a little bit, the Queen of the Mountain match.
Yes.
Pretty historical, hey?
I agree. Looking forward to it. A bunch of iconic belt holders wrangling up for this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it's just a great opportunity for the knockouts to make history again. Like I said, we got Tasha Steelz defending against Chelsea Green. Oh, excuse me, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, and just as she's about to announce Mia Yim, Tasha Steelz comes down and gets in Gail Kim's face and just starts giving it to her, and it starts getting a little personal, a little ugly. She's they're starting to bookend Gail Kim, looking like they're about to rough her up, and then all of a sudden Mia Yim comes down to the ring. It's Deonna. Oh, sorry. I'll say so. A lot of knockouts came to the ring. I'm trying to think of like exactly the order that it all happened.
I don't remember the order, but everybody involved with the match, including Taya,
yes,
came out. So I'm pretty sure it was Mia Yim came out first, and then Deonna came out, and then Taya came out, and then everybody else came out.
Right. Yeah. Just the only one that didn't, because she wasn't there. She's on her honeymoon. Was Chelsea.
With Chelsea, right.
But yeah.
And people, I thought I saw someone asking us why Taya was there if she's not involved, and it's because she's rivaling with rivaling, is that even a word?
It is now.
she's beefing with Deonna.
Right.
And Mia Yim's her homie, so
yeah. And hey, the more the merrier, right? So
hey, listen, anytime we can get all our women on screen and they're not standing in a row backstage, hey, it's all good with me. That's why Impact's the best for women's division on television right now.
Little shoot ski there from our Alisha.
Active roster.
They are absolutely the best roster right now. Without a doubt. None of these, 1, 2 minute, 3 minute matches. It's good stuff. So, in next week, it looks like we're also getting Tasha Steelz, Savannah Evans, and Deonna Purrazzo versus Mia Yim, Taya Valkyrie, and Jordan Grace. 3-on-3. I believe they announced that.
Yes.
So that was you kind of felt that one coming, but hey, not complaining.
Works for me, bro.
Yeah, that's going to be an amazing match. Next week is really getting stacked already. Gia Miller backstage with Rick Swann. Rick Swann is also entering into the Gauntlet for the gold later. All right, and we got the Bullet Club represented by El Phantasmo and Jay White versus Ishii and Josh Alexander. And man, Ishii and Josh Alexander actually can work together. I was going
to say, for two guys who were hossing each other last weekend, they worked really well as a team.
Yeah. I was a little surprised. Thought there'd be some trouble, but they came out with this. I tell you what, I love watching El Phantasmo. What'd you think about him being back involved in this?
Cool. Again, I guess I would have to know really who he is. I know he had a couple spots in Impact, but I don't know. I don't watch New Japan, so
he's just a lot of fun to watch.
He's got a fun gimmick.
Yeah, he's one of those high flying guys. He's got a ton of charisma. It's one of those guys that we just say, don't blink, because
he's too cool for school, Walter Cronkite.
That too.
Got news for you. He is. Very good.
So Ishii and Josh Alexander take out the Bullet Club. I'm personally hoping that someone, win or lose, I don't care. But I'm kind of hoping that if we get somebody representing Bullet Club in that Ultimate X, that it's going to be El Phantasmo. Probably will be Chris Bay, if I had to guess. But I'm not going to lie. El Phantasmo in that match would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. So Bullet Club gets the L on this one. Ishii and Josh Alexander go celebrate. We get a Briscoes promo, like only the Briscoes can do. Man, oh man. I love me some Briscoes in Impact Wrestling. They bring another level of charisma to the tag team roster that just blows me away. They talk about
they got energy.
Yeah, they do.
That's for
sure. They probably got Red Bull in their veins or something. They're gonna face VBD next week, it looks like.
Okay.
So that's what they're talking about. So and last but certainly not least, gosh, we're like all the way through the show. This took up a good portion of the show, this match.
Wait, that's it?
That's it.
I knew, dude. Didn't I say right before we started? I'm like, tonight's show felt like it was like 3 matches.
Yeah, and it was good stuff all in between, but it just flew. And this last match with all the commercial breaks went by really quick. But it still felt like it wasn't rushed,
See, I watched it on the YouTube, so it was a continuous
play
of it. So
with just a quick break.
And maybe like an advertisement for something. I don't really remember because again, while I love multi-person matches, sometimes they give me a little bit of the what's that? A shiny quarter? Is that a plane? Is that a bird?
Squirrel.
But it was fun. It was exciting. I just couldn't tell you what actually happened and what sequences.
I got most of it. And some of it I missed because some of the ones towards the end you just stop, keeping track. But here's the order of people that came in, and I know a few of these came in during commercials, but it's there might be one or two off, but it's darn close. So here we go. The first two kicking it off was, you knew that right away this was going to be a banger of a gauntlet for the gold. We got Sabin and Shelley. And and that's fun because, those two get a chance to tear each other up a little bit, even though it was pretty evenly matched. These two know each other so well,
So well.
Eddie Edwards is next. Very excited to see that. Then we get Vincent. Macklin's in next, and man, did Macklin tear it up in this one. Then we get an old classic. We get a little Shell, as we saw Shark Boy come back. That was a lot of fun. He looks like
I love Shark Boy.
Yeah, it is good to see him. Like I said before, we doing the throwbacks and watching his first year in NWA TNA is so much. He was so fun in the X division.
Yeah.
Between his solo stuff or his tag stuff with what the hell's his name? I'm completely drawing a blank. From ECW. That passed away last year.
Oh my God.
Completely
really?
Drawing a blank.
You're gonna make my brain function, Jesus.
Okay, I knew Critical Jack would get this.
Critical Jack would get new Sting.
New Sting. Thank you, New Sting. It's Critical Jack. Yes, New Jack. Yeah, that is.
And I'm the one who's supposed to smoke weed. Jeez.
I don't even need it. I'm just. The brain is just gone. Curry Man. Yeah, we should have had Curry Man too. Too fun.
Curry Man was fun.
Yeah. But yeah, Shark Boy was there. Great to see him. Raj Singh, Trey Miguel. Like I said, a few of these guys came in during the commercial break. So you don't know exactly who came in when, but they were just kind of there after the commercial break was done. Bhupender's in there. Shira. Morrissey. Morrissey was going to clear some people out. Eric Young shows up then, ready to do some business. Swinger. Okay, we got to talk about this. Swinger had the classic. Now, if you're anywhere near my age or Alicia's age, you probably remember WrestleMania 3, maybe not, when they had all the individual rings getting led to the ring, carrying the people for their matches. Okay. But they were significantly bigger than the one that Swinger was pushed to the ring in. And I just cracked.
Like a wagon.
Right. It was like a backstage cart that you push stuff around on,
Oh man, yeah.
Only it had little ring ropes around it,
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was. And he was riding in it whoa, trying to keep his balance. And Ziggy Dice was pushing him to the ring. And then here's the better part. He gets in the ring, gets eliminated immediately by, I don't know, is Morrissey, Macklin, one of those guys. And then didn't miss a beat. He's doing the Luke, and thank you, Mayor, for reminding me what year and when this happened. This was like a Royal Rumble thing when one half of the Bushwhackers, Luke, was eliminated 2 seconds later, and he just kept doing his Bushwhacker thing all the way to the back. Just classic. Just absolutely.
That's hilarious.
We love us some swingers. So then he gets back on the ramp and gets taken away in the same cart. Okay, now push me back up the ramp. Oh my God.
Amazing.
He is an American treasure. Next we got Heath, we got Rhino, we got Taurus. Great to see Taurus. Moose is in there. Then business is really going to pick up. We're getting down to the last few here. We get Rich Swann, and then Ray Walt, of all people, only he came out to the Major Players music, which was huh?
Oh yeah, he did the old swerve and then jumped in. His own commentator buddy didn't even see it coming.
Yeah. Tom Applin's like, what are you doing? And then PCO was number 20. The final four were Moose, Sabin, Macklin, and Eric Young. Mm-hmm. Now, right there, I'd have been happy with any of those guys facing Josh Alexander in the main event of Slammiversary. Mayor says, J-Bone, didn't you mean bootleg Happy Corbin? Oh, damn. Shots fired. He's calling Ray Walt a bootleg Happy Corbin. No, the gimmicks are not even
close.
No, not even close. No.
So I don't know what Ray Walt's gimmick is, but
well, he's still very, very loosely tied to the Virtuosa, but they don't come out together
But
anymore.
how is that a gimmick? loosely tied to the virtuosa. Like,
it's
okay.
not. It's he's a commentator. He's not wrestling much. We saw him wrestle a little tonight, but
Well, I mean, it just confirms that he's still an active roster member as far as wrestling goes. I thought he was pretty much done with that because he took on the commentator role.
Yeah, and he's great. He's really. I'll say this: he and Hannafin are doing a great job.
Yeah, great job.
And it especially shines when they're doing shows like Sacrifice, or they're doing Under Siege, or now they're going to be doing Slammiversary. I feel like they're really gelling together.
Yeah, for sure.
Moose then, right when you see who's in the final four here, Moose then clobbers all three, does his like Moose, like, lights go out. Sami Callihan shows up to not be a part of the match,
right?
But just to eliminate Moose.
Nice.
We kind of saw this coming. I know there was a lot of people in the chat that actually wanted him to be a part of this match, but we understand why he wasn't.
I was going to say they're like waiting for the right opportunity to bring him in at full capacity.
Right. And now that you think about it, you look back at this whole time that Callahan's been on the shelf, and what does he do? Like every week he's been out, he attacks Moose on social media. F you, Moose. F you, Moose. Every week, F you, Moose. And so it's like, okay, so that's just a given now. That is, and I said this during the live reaction, this is going to be like during the next 24 hours, they're going to confirm this. This is going to be another match that's going to be made probably. So how's Valentino doing there, Alisha?
He's fine. He's just doing cat stuff, I guess.
Fat and sassy, right?
It's being a baby. He's
just
being a big old baby.
Yeah. I'm surprised mine aren't screaming. I don't want to jinx it. So Sami Callihan eliminates Moose. We're down to 3. Macklin is then eliminated, and we're down to the last 2, and so then it turns into an actual match. We got Sabin versus Eric Young. So, not knowing who was going to win, what did you think about the final 2 here? Were you happy with the final 2 as far as like knowing that one of these was going to go on?
Yeah, totally fine. Either way would have been a good choice. But like I said before, long overdue for Eric Young. So
it is. I mean, I would have. Part of me wanted to see Sami in this so that he gets the opportunity, because I know a lot of people wanted to see him face Josh Alexander, but I'm sure that's coming down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that that's coming. My guess is maybe Bound for Glory, but we'll see. But yeah, so then Eric Young beats Sabin with the pile driver. 1, 2, 3, and we have our main event. It's Eric Young versus Josh Alexander, headlining the 20-year anniversary of Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary. Man, solid episode.
Oh, it's over.
That's it.
And this, I think, would be TNI's most shortest episode to date.
It probably is. Yeah. And it's no fault of anything, really. It's just how the episode was.
That was everything. Like, what?
That's it.
It doesn't feel like that was it.
No, because I mean, I got everything down here. Like the one whole side was like the first hour, and then the second hour was You know?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Not that the last match took up an hour, but it took up a good chunk. So.
Yeah, well, I guess every match was paid. That's so wild to me. Well, I guess that's that then. Hey-o.
There'd be a lot more to talk about I'm not going to dive into like all the eliminations and the order and all that. Some other shows.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
A little too in depth for our resume. Sorry, guys.
So sorry, Bill. You just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about running in here and.
Yeah, Bill's gonna get done with whatever he's doing and be like, "Oh, I'll see if I could pop on," and be like, "What the fuck?"
It's like
they're done.
They're done. What happened?
Yeah, look.
I fired Alisha and I said I quit. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Oh, they would lose their shit. Are you kidding me? April Fools.
No, it's not happening. No. But yeah, so it's like I said, we are on the road to Slammiversary. Great, Fallout / kickoff episode here.
Mm-hmm.
We got some rivalries already in place.
Agreed.
The card is already becoming quite stacked. And anything else to say?
2 snaps and a Cheerio.
Paul Nelson, my favorite nephew, says, "Where's Cool Kyle when you need him?" Well, he's not showing up tonight. So, but yeah, so that is tonight's episode. Yeah, this was a quick one, but hey, what are you gonna do? Great episode, though. Great episode. So, all right.
Yeah, on that note.
Yeah, let's take care of the socials and we'll get out of here. Everybody can go to bed early tonight. How about that?
Yeah.
For a first time in forever. Alisha, where can I find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under the handle Alisha BKK.
She's still can't believe it.
It's like not even 11 o'clock yet. I'm tripping balls here. What? We're done?
Well, yeah. Stefan's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
They
have technical issues. No, we're just done.
Done, bruh. He's reading.
He's what?
Reading.
Oh, what's he reading?
Wheel of Time.
Set up.
It's a book. It's a fantasy book series, and they made a show about it recently. I think it's on like Netflix or some shit, or one of Amazon or something. But it's like a fantasy novel. He's been reading the novels. He's on like book 8 or something.
Okay, sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was really good. The series was good, but the book's better.
Is that the one that just started on Amazon Prime a little bit ago?
Yeah, it's back in September or October or something like that.
Kind of looks like a Lord of the Rings type of deal.
It's fantasy, yeah, epic fantasy.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but that one looks good. It's on my to-do list. So
check it out.
So, all right, back to wrapping this up. You can find me over on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. That's on YouTube, Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio. And speaking of this podcast audio, all those links are down in the description of the video. No, I'm not reading them off tonight just because, well, you know what? I'm not doing it. You can find me on the Twitter box at JBone5150, JAYBONE 5150. That's it, folks. Short and sweet tonight. Much love. And yeah, we're out of here. We'll see you down the road.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Love,
proud as a peacock